G'day, Stayer Off Grid here. Well, I'm down on the River Road trying to get to my backyard. I was coming down to finish mowing and stuff, but I also just wanted to go down to the river. And the thing is I went to hop in the mower and I loaded it up with whatever I needed down there. And it was losing power the other day, and I think I've worked out why. It's got a hydrostatic gearbox and the reservoir cap was off, and there's no fluid in it whatsoever, so that's probably the case. I don't know how to fix it yet because it's obviously, well, not obviously, but I'm thinking that it has to be like bled to get any air out of it now, because it would have sucked in air. Oh, it's still a bit wet here to walk, let me tell you. So I drove down on the river track. I've just parked the four-wheel drive up there because this is the muddy part. I don't have a problem, it'll go through it no problem. It's just that it gets narrower down here and I haven't cleared it enough, so there's a tree in the way. So I just thought, well, I was a bit bummed. I sort of thought I really wanted to go down the river. It's really, really hot today, which is good to see. And I thought, I'm not walking down there. I hate walking down that big driveway. So I drove down halfway, or a little bit more than halfway, and now I'm just gonna get down there. Hopefully I can get through any wet patches without... I've got my thongs in my hand for down in the river, but I'm not a thong person, and neither on my shoes or my feet or my ass. But yeah, so I'm still wearing my joggers to walk down here, because thongs in the mud aren't good. Hopefully my joggers won't get too muddy. Anyway, all right, so through here is my paddock that we cleaned out yesterday. Still needs work. I can still get this further, cut that further, because the fence is back over there. And then I'll cut all this as far as I can as well. There's a few logs in there that I've hit doing that, but I'll get it done. I'll start dragging the logs out, and this one I'm going to cut back a whole lot as well. So this will be a big open area. Then when it rains, it'll fill up with water, but all the new growth will suck all the water up because it's growing. That's what's happened here. Like this was all cut back 2 months ago, and now it's got some prickly things again. Yeah, now it's overgrown, but I've got enough of a walkway anyway. Now, when I first walked through here, because there'd been a bushfire, this was all clear. So the property I was looking at and the property I got to when I got there a year later is totally different, but that's life. Had I have been on the property straight away with that mower that I've got, I would have been able to clear a lot more, and because at that time I could get all the small ones and pull them out. You want to pull them out, because chopping them down, they just grow back. So the roots are still there, they still grow back. You've got to maintain it all the time. So we're on the way down there, and see, this whole area here should clear up nicely if I can get these logs out of it. And yeah, let's go down to the water. Once again, I'll say that most of this won't make the final edit. I'm just talking as I'm walking. Uses more energy. So there you go. You see the crazy person walking down the street talking to himself. He's trying to use more energy, isn't he? Or her. Anyway, now it gets a little bit... Yeah, so this is what I got caught up on. And it's apparently blackberry. I can't see any blackberries, but I have seen them on it down that track earlier today. All right, gotta watch out for the holes. Just got caught up on that same bloody thing again, and that one. Oh, I put my little cutters in the back of the ute, but I forgot to bring them down. Alright, so find a nice spot to take me shoes off and put me thongs on. We're going to go walk in that mud, which is the best way to get there, down here. Alright, this looks like a good spot. No snakes. Snakes are actually active during the night. So I used to see them all the time in the Pilbara, big white olive pythons, and you hardly ever seen them. If you did see one at night, it was just off. They feel the vibrations and they just get out of your way. Now, how you tread on one, or when you tread on one and it bites you, well, when one bites you, it's because you trod on it. And the reason that you trod on it is that in the sun, they will often be sunbaking and they go into like a trance, or a sleep basically, so they don't feel you coming. And then you tread on them, and then the first thing they're going to do is bite your ankle. So you've always got to be watching where you're stepping. I'll have some nice big boots on. Anyway, I'm going to go down and get into this water. Well, I'm only going to be filming from the front, and I really don't want to take my shirt off. So there's mud for 30 centimetres. Now I think that if I get rid of those logs, the ones that are laying across on the water, like this one here, I reckon the sand's going to come back in here. I think that the water's hitting it and the sand's being diverted off, not up the bank. So now down here, I'll show you in a minute, water feels beautiful and the sand is so beautiful. So this is my backyard. Now that's heaps better than Thilmere Lakes, isn't it? We had someone had to bring sand in for that. Now you see down there, oh, it's into the wind, but darker coloured water. The big hole there, where I know there's one guy that parks out on the outside of my property on the fence and walks through and goes fishing, and that's where he goes, because that's where they catch them. It's just a really deep hole just there. When you look at it from the satellite, they're up there, yeah. This sand is so awesome to walk on, it's so soft. You can see that big hole. Now, I can see on the satellite image that where I am, where I can connect to my property, that was all sand up there before. So when you look at it, wherever there's trees, there's no sand on the bank. So you just got to do a bit of fixing there. Only the ones that are laying over, or the ones that are, oh wow, I just trod in the sand, my foot went down to my knee, my leg went down to my knee. So, whoa, that's unbelievable. You got to watch out for soft spots. I just thought I was going to keep going then. That was not fun. I was laughing, but it wasn't fun. It was a bit scary. Anyway, oh, look, hang on. There, my leg, she disappear. I'm up on there. This one's gone. Anyway, oh, it's not quicksand. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm fucking on my knees now. I'm worried that I'm going to just go. Feels like you're going to sink straight through it. I'm getting over here. I think it's because you're getting closer to that big hole. Oh, look at all those little fish. I'll get up on this sand. Oh, there we go. There we go, the beach across the road. Now look at all that wood up on, washed up all the way up to there. So, just need some sand to wash up there. Now, so that sand out there is bloody scary. I don't think you're going to go, you know, head deep or something, but it bloody felt like it. So here we go. We get to the deeper section. Try and get out of the wind, but I can't. So that's where they come to fish. So not actually on my property, but they walk through it to get there. But which is no problem. But I could probably start. I don't think they're, the guy that I bought the kayak off, he said to me actually that he used to take it down to Kaya to Toowoomba River. He said his friend has got a big hole in the river. There's a big hole there where he gets bass. Now I said, do you eat them? And he said, no, I just catch and release. So I don't know if they're any good for eating, but he said it was near Paddy's Point. I didn't know where that was. Do you know where Paddy's Point is? That's it there. So not only did I buy his kayak, but I found his little fishing hole. And I wouldn't mind going snorkeling in there actually. Anyway, let's keep going. Can't believe how scary it was when my two legs went down to here. That freaked me out. I couldn't get out of there quick enough. I think it's just because it's near the big hole, right? So the sand there would be looser. I don't know, that's my theory anyway. Alright, we go a little bit further. May as well show you, not... So you probably see a track down here where the guy comes down fishing. It's all rock there. But if we're at Thilmere Lakes, I'll be getting to the end of it soon. That's about the width of it. Not anymore. I think I was told that by a friend that used to live in Thilmere that those lakes are non-existent anymore. They're just dried up. So somewhere at some point, oh, actually now they probably wouldn't be because of all the rain we've had. That was when I was talking to her, it was going back a couple of years ago. All right, so see what this is like to walk on. All right, well the wind's there, but a bit windy. You'll be able to hear that. But anyway, that's it. Looking back at my backyard. Now, when I was making a video a couple of weeks ago that about trying to find a new track, if we look at that big hill there, you can't see it on camera as much, but that's where I was way up there, so there's no way in the world that I was making a track go down there. I got to get in the water, my feet are boiling. That's the sand was all right to walk on. This river rock is as hot as, of course, because it's bigger and there's more more to absorb the sun. I'll go over here, see what's... Oh, sand is so... The sand is so sinky on either side of that big hole. Anyway, look at that. If you had a little tiny boat, you could sail in that bit just there. Just a really tiny boat. Be good to, at the moment, the water's pretty much doing nothing. So it's in between tides. It has got a tidal flow because it's connected to the ocean, and I do get, where I am, I still get that tidal flow, although the water, as far as I know, is fresh, but the tide still affects the river, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. All right. Wonder how deep that is. So that hole, by the look of it, it's not something that comes and goes. That hole, from what I can see on the satellite images, has always been there. Oh well, yeah. Maybe because it's rock there, maybe that just flows through faster. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is I'm walking up here a bit further to walk across. Come down, show you me bloody backyard, and then say I'm scared to walk across it. Just remember, put your arms out. That's all. Drop the camera, put your arms out. It's fine up here. So the water's running down at the moment. Now, I don't think the tides are an issue. I don't know if the water ever gets flowing enough to worry you, but if it's been raining, you don't want to be in here. That's as simple as that, because it's dirty. It's crystal clear at the moment, but as soon as it rains, it's all coming out of the bush. You know, you could get sewerage or something come into it, or you just don't want to be near it. And plus it's flowing. Remember that water has been up to the top of that hill, so you don't want to be anywhere near here when it's raining. Alright. Oop. Alright, I'm pretty okay. Some parts are just really sinky, but it's if I got to find where I come out to get in here. Anyway, that's it. That's my Christmas Eve video of me and the family down on the river. Oh no, I left the family up there. Yeah, 4 chickens. I got more than that, but I don't, only the 4 that I class as my personal family. yeah, so if you go that way, you get to Toowoomba. Toowoomba. Not Toowoomba, Toowoomba's in Queensland. Toowoomba. If you go that way, you get to Twofold Bay. Now, I'm still trying to work out. I want to go on a mission with the kayak, but I got to work out all the tides, right? So when it's going out, I'm going to go with it. When it comes back, I'm coming back with it. So I just haven't worked that out, and it's quite a long way to the Twofold Bay. So you really want someone to pick you up wherever you are. Just go, yeah, I'm here, come and get me. All right, well, I'm gonna have a bit of a swim. Nice to just sit here for a while. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, yes. Anyway, have a happy Christmas, everyone. I'm having one. Had one for quite a few years. See you later.